Hello guys, good morning. My name is John Louis Ramos Alcazar from BSc 1-5, Cavite State University main campus. I am here today because I was tasked by Miss Alexis R. Alcantara to provide two discussions about two topics. As you can see, it's the relative deprivation theory and the general strain theory. But do you guys have any idea about those two topics? None. That's fine. That's okay. It's because I'm here to give you brief explanations about those two topics. So let's get started and I hope I do good. Let's start. Relative deprivation theory. Relative deprivation theory. As defined by social theorists and political scientists, relative deprivation theory suggests that people who feel they are being deprived of something considered essential in their society, such as money, rights, political voice, status, will organize or join social movements dedicated to obtaining the things of which they feel deprived of. Ah, okay. Do you understand that? No? Still? Okay. Relative deprivation theory. This meaning is in a broader sense. Means in this definition, relative deprivation theory are in a much more complicated part of the society. It isn't just about how one person feel, but how a large portion of people feel. This tends to happen to people that feel they are being deprived of something at work, or even when they feel empty because they are deprived of something major or essential in their life, such as rights, political voice, and status. If one person, no, sorry, I will ask you one thing. If a one person feel deprived of something, what will they do? No answers? For me, none. But if he or she found out some people or a group of people that shares the same thoughts, they will obviously make a move. I will give you examples. First example, relative deprivation theory has been cited as one of the causes of US civil rights movement of the 1960s, which was rooted in the Black American struggle to gain social and legal equality with white Americans. The Black American community started a civil rights movement because of majority of their race are being discriminated not just now but also in the past. We all know that they are slaves in the past and just gained freedom years after that. But because of their color and their background, they are still being discriminated to this day, and why they feel deprived of that's why they feel deprived of their rights. Next is many gay people join the same-sex marriage movement in order to acquire the same legal recognition of their marriages enjoyed by same people. By the straight people, sorry. Okay. Many gay people are being discriminated because of their gender, which makes them feel deprived of. Other countries and religion don't agree to this kind of relationship and prohibits the same-sex marriage. And that's the reason why they feel deprived of. Because they feel deprived of because the church prohibits them to marry the person they love. And at the same point, at the same time, they become the center of mockery because of their gender. And who mock them? We, the society. Okay. Simple terms. Relative deprivation is a feeling that you are generally worse off than people you associate with and compare yourself to. For example, when you can only afford a compact economic car but your coworker, while getting the same salary as you, drives a fancy luxury sedan, you may feel relatively deprived. It means you feel like envious of them, because the things, even though you are part of the same uh, ranks, but he still gains advantage to you. That's why we feel envy and feel deprived. Oh, here, step. A person does not have something. That person know other people who have the thing. That person wants to have the thing. That person believes they have a reasonable chance of getting the thing. If we don't, if we like something, but we see other people having that, the things that we want, we will, what you call this? We'll, we will feel empty and envious. That's why we will going to, started to make effort and find another solution to provide just to get that same thing that you really wanted. Okay? That's it for relative deprivation theory, and let's start with general strain theory. Okay. This is very brief, so just, please understand this is very brief. Let's start. General strain theory, or GST, provides a unique explanation of crime and delinquency in contrast to control and learning theories. GST focuses explicitly on the negative treatment by other and is the only major theory of crime and delinquency to highlight the role of negative emotions in the etiology of offending. According to GST, the experience of strain or stress tends to generate negative emotions such as anger, frustration, depression, and despair. These negative emotions in turn are said to create pressure for corrective actions, with crime or delinquency being one possible response. Okay? That's very, very simple. But okay. The general strain theory just gives us simple yet very useful piece of information. It's that many people, not people, but uh, young people tends to become a delinquent because of the negative emotions that they feel or that they are harboring. These negative emotions, when these negative emotions pile up and when it reach the maximum limit, they will do crazy things resulting to crime and being delinquent. But how in the world they get that much negative emotions at such a young age? Do you guys have any idea? For me, probably the environment that they live on, or maybe that's how their family treats them. They treat them with an iron fist, and that's why they grow like that, and that's why they resulted into doing crazy things and becoming a delinquent. These are the example, the pictures, as you can see. They are stressed, and they are both stressed and frustrated, and that's why their minds cannot, what you call this, cannot cope up and adjust, and that's why they do crazy things. And okay, that's it. That's it for our discussion. Thank you guys for listening. And before you leave, this this is our quote of the day. It's related to relative deprivation theory. In the past, we used to think of poverty in absolute terms, meaning straightforward material deprivation. We need to think of poverty related to those things which poverty terms, the fact that some people lack those things which others in society take for granted. By David Cameron. So guys, do you guys understand? I hope you do. I hope you do understand. So, is there any questions, reactions, clarifications, violent reactions? None? Okay. Thank you guys, and see you next week. Bye bye.